Welcome back to the Trilogy of Estancia's Director's Cut. Today we're trading in our golf club and paintbrushes to explore the vibrant, creative heart of our community, the Trilogy Artisans League. This group is not just about making beautiful art, it's about passion, community, and proving that canvas of life is always ready for a new chapter. We're here with Marie and Joy to get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at their club. To start, could each of you share the story of your artistic journey? What's the inspiration that fuels your current work, and how does the Trilogy Artisans League help keep that fire burning?
Want to start?
Sure. Well, I will start. Actually, I found out, Jennifer, that I am as passionate about teaching art as I am creating art. I've been creating art for a very long time. I spent 24.57 years in the classroom teaching senior high art, and I love being here creating my work. I am primarily an oil painter, but after I came to Trilogy, I began to do mixed media pieces, and I also just really love it. It just comes together so naturally for me.
Wow, that was a long time teaching.
That was a long time teaching.
Bless your heart.
I took a break. I taught for 3 years, then took 17 years and did galleries and big art shows in the Seattle area.
Wow.
And then I was ready to go back in the classroom for 2 to 3 years, and I stayed 22.
Oh my gosh.
I loved it. I loved it.
That wasn't a couple of years.
Loved it.
Well, how about you, Marie?
Well, I didn't start painting or even pick up a brush until 2017 when I attended a paint and sip class here. And we had just moved here, and it was really fun. I liked it. And then I'm a part-timer, so I went back up to Oregon. And a friend of mine was saying she was taking painting classes. And I got in on that, and the teacher was kind enough to take me to the art store, and we picked up some brushes and about 5 colors and paper, and I just fell in love immediately.
Oh my gosh.
So then I painted all summer, and I came back here 2018 and took some classes with Joy here, and she's basically been my mentor and shepherded me all along the way. I had to take a drawing class as well because I just really I didn't have any skills at all. Yeah, it was just
That's
starting
really
from
great.
scratch.
I love how when I was in there today, everybody's helping each other out. So it's really neat.
It's a really wonderful community here.
Yes,
So
it is.
what's your primary medium, and what is it about that speaks to you the most?
Well, I'm acrylic, and the main reason I use acrylic is because I don't have the patience for oil, and I don't have the skill yet for watercolor. I just haven't been, like I said, I'm just starting my journeys. It's very forgiving, and the way that I paint, I just can't wait for things to dry before I need to keep changing them.
Very cool. How about you?
Well, I was pretty much strictly an oil painter before I came here. And my ideas really had to do with human image until I got here. And then actually I had one show, I was given an award, and because of that award I got to have a show, just show my work.
Wow.
And so that was a little variation from what I usually do. But painting has been my thing, like I said, until I got here. I started doing, because of the shows, I started doing mixed media. And that came to me, so my dad was a blacksmith, and so we always had rusty metals all around our house. And if you were to see my work, if I brought some, that is so natural to me. I get in there and start ripping up stuff, and all of a sudden it looks like our backyard.
Oh my gosh, very cool. Very cool. Where do you find your greatest inspiration these days? Are you drawn to nature, memory, emotion, something else?
Well, I still get a lot of inspiration from human image. Family, friends, just people around me. And then color, just color of nature, just the colors I see around me. This fall in Washington was the most beautiful color I'd ever seen. So
I miss fall. I love
Yeah.
fall. I grew up in the Midwest, and the fall colors were always my favorite. The reds. Oh my gosh.
I too am drawn to color very, very much. When I see color, and I want to take pictures of it, I want to create it, and pretty much all of my work is pretty colorful. And but just being out in nature.
Yeah.
I like the colors of nature. I used to scuba dive, and there's incredible colors
Wow.
under the sea. You see this. I just wish I could capture them, but it's that color is pretty inspiring.
It is.
And Arizona's got a lot of it. A lot of people just say that we're brown, and the state is not brown. There's so much beauty in the Arizona desert. So do you feel your art has changed or evolved since you've retired and moved into the community? I know you said now you're doing the mixed.
Yeah, the mixed media, and part of that too, Jennifer, was, if you're going to be involved in the shows here, not everybody wants to pay what it costs to have an oil painting. And so I wanted to do some work that people could afford.
Yeah.
And so the mixed media does not take me a lot of time. People can buy it and frame it themselves. So that had a lot to do with it too, just trying to there is a big difference between doing art for yourself or just for your heart and doing something to sell.
Very cool.
And same with me. I would say that in the beginning few years, I painted a lot from memories. I traveled a lot and have incredible pictures from that. And I could create those scenes and mountain scenes, but once I got into art shows, that's not the kind of things people buy here. So I just transferred a lot of that just into these plantscapes that people are more inclined to buy at the shows. But then for my own, when I'm not here, I paint other things as well.
That's very neat. We all face creative challenges. What's one trick or habit you developed to overcome a creative block?
Well, for me, when I'm stuck and don't know what to paint, I either will just start thumbing through all my pictures, because I have a million pictures of things to paint. And I start rolling through those until something hits me. And if I'm still just not sure, I just go to my canvas and it was told us right up to that, get some paint on the canvas. Just get started.
Just start.
Paint.
Way to go, girl.
Yeah, I just sometimes will just get colors on there. I'm loving the colors, and then that's my background for my next. By that time I'm usually into it and come up with something.
Sounds like how I do my work. I'll sit down at my desk some days and go, what am I supposed to start with? And I just grab something and go.
Yeah. And get the first step is to get the paint on the canvas.
Exactly.
You would relate to this coming from Midwest too, that it used to bother me, when I couldn't start. But then I realized that for artists and writers, whoever is doing their work, that we all need some summer fallow. We need fallow time.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't bother me anymore because I know there's just a richness building and it will come.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely take downtime.
Yeah.
So about the club itself, in what ways has being a part of this club enriched your experience living here at Trilogy?
Right off the bat, I would think that the exposure to the classes, being able to take the classes and the pop-ups, and then in the interaction with the other artists, everybody is pretty helpful, and they want to see your art evolve, and the better painters are willing and happy to help you out. You see what they see and just give you some ideas.
They did. We started Mix and Mingle 2 or 3 years ago. So we do that several times a year where if you want to, just bring your work and then we talk about our work.
That's
and
fun.
That's really fun.
And then there's open studio also, so people can paint together. We have lots of people who like to bring their work down here and paint here. I mean, my stuff's a little big and it's cumbersome for me to bring, but on smaller pieces I would like to get
Well, it's
down.
so nice and peaceful, and you got the beautiful backdrop and everything. So I'm sure it's really nice just to have that quiet and be able to do it.
That critiquing from your fellow artists is very helpful.
It is. And Monday afternoons, they're open studio for the Art League. So it's fun.
Very nice. Do you find that working alongside the other artists influences your own work? What's the best piece of advice or encouragement you've received from a fellow club member?
I've had so many insights that I've received from other artists. They can help me formulate a color, show me how to make something brighter, or see where I have the perspective wrong. Or I see it because I know what I'm painting. I can see it, and they're like, "What is that?" you can't tell what that is. But it's, you know, you need that feedback because that's a fresh eye looking at it.
Yeah,
And
just bounce your ideas off of people and have
that's
them
right.
help.
You
Yeah.
know, well, how do you, what would you do? We just help each other. It's a lot of fun.
One of the ladies in there was mixing up paint to get a color, and I'm just like, I have no idea how she's doing that. I'm in awe.
Well, those are
that
the things you learn.
That takes a lot of time. I always tell students, this is the world of color. I have 2 art degrees and years of working. This is how much I know about color. I mean, there's just so much to learn about color.
A lot of it's trial and error.
There's a lot of trial and error. And then if you're like me, you've done it and then you come back and you have to recreate that color, and that was made of colors on the palette.
You're like, how did I do that again?
And that's right. Yeah, but a lot of people are much more systematic about it, and they'll blend the colors and write down what they did, and they'll have that
I
in a
always
little library.
suggest that to students, but you know, it takes a lot of discipline to do
It does. You have to be
Right.
the right kind of person.
So I know you guys just had the art walk this past weekend, and I heard that it went really well. I heard some really good feedback, and I even saw some of the stuff people were featuring at their houses. They were posting it on Facebook and stuff, so it looked very, very cool. What other events do you do throughout the year?
Well, we have pop-ups, that are for members, free events to come in and be doing a demo and show you how to do things. And sometimes they include you and you're doing them together, different little art projects, and those are free. We have the mix and mingles, yes. Of course, member meetings. Yeah, and we're hoping to get. We've been talking about this, and we've done it in the past, and it's been a while. But we're hoping to get maybe some field trips to the art shows.
Yes, yeah,
Together.
that's something that would really add.
Yeah, so we are always looking for volunteers because it is a volunteer-led group, and that's probably the biggest holdback is getting enough volunteers to help make some of these things happen. But we have the open studios, and
we do have, pop-ups. I know I'm doing one. Somebody brought some clay up here, some Fimo clay that they didn't want anymore. And I just happen to know how to make Fimo beads. So I may have a pop-up that, anybody can come to, and I'll teach them how to use Fimo. And it's free.
yeah, to members. It's open to members. Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. So for someone who hasn't picked up a paintbrush since grade school or ever, how would you encourage them to join the Artisan League and start their creative journey?
Well, first go to the Art League, the Artisan League website, and join, and look at the class schedule, because there are lots of classes for beginners. I would suggest a beginning drawing class, but also somebody that isn't necessarily into, happy with more abstract things. Getting into one of the beginner acrylic classes to learn how to combine your colors and create what you want and get ideas.
That's what I think too, and just come and do some of the pop-ups. We've had some, I remember a few years ago, we had one there. Oh my goodness, the studio was completely full.
Wow.
And I can't remember, we splashed some paint.
It was,
girl.
Gina, she did, she was showing how to do your, with paint and get these certain kind of splatters on it, right?
Yes.
And then out of the splatters,
And then
you inked them, right? And you drew around like this splatters and you created this whole.
And anybody could do it. And anybody could do
And she
that. My
uses it
husband
in
even
her
came.
Wow.
She has just some really cool stuff, and so everybody always asks her, "How do you do that? How do you do that?" And
That sounds like fun, actually.
it was a lot of fun. And by the time you got it done, they would bring it home, and then you had to do your own artistic work on it. But
Wow. Well, it sounds something like I taught my dog how to paint a couple of years ago during COVID time. They had videos where you could take a canvas and you put the paint on it, whatever colors you wanted, wrapped it in plastic and put peanut butter, and they lick it, and it just makes a painting. It is so funny. So I can teach a dog art class up here for you guys anytime you'd like.
probably have a full class.
It actually is really kind of fun. I think it is. So how do people become members of the club?
there again, go to the website.
What's the website address?
It is the Artisans Club, the Artisan League.
TheArtisansLeague.com.
I'll put that link on our description so people can go to it, but it's theartisansleague.com.
And we do have, we are in the process of creating a new website, which will have a different name. So, but at the moment, that is it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, for being here with me. What a truly inspiring look into the heart of the creativity here at Trilogy at Vistancia. For everyone watching, remember that whether you're a seasoned professional or you've never held a brush, the Artisans League is a welcoming place to start your next creative adventure. That's all for this episode of the Trilogy at Vistancia's Director's Cut. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more exclusive stories from our community. We'll see you next time. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun.